Imagine a world where conflicts are resolved through dialogue, where resources are used to build rather than destroy, and where every child grows up without fear of violence. This isn't just a dream, it's the vision behind the International Day of Peace, which we commemorate in GEN today and in the world tomorrow. Each year on September 21st, people around the globe unite in a shared aspiration for peace, established by the United Nations in 1981. This day was served as a powerful reminder to our collective responsibility to foster harmony in our communities and across nations. As we gather here for this webinar, we join millions worldwide in reflecting on the meaning of peace and our role in cultivating it. Today, we'll explore the significance of this day, the challenges we face in achieving lasting peace, and most importantly, the actions each of us can take to contribute to a more peaceful world. In the next few minutes, we'll journey through the purpose of Peace Day, its global impact, and the reasons why peace is not just an ideal, but a necessity for our shared future. We'll also look at the obstacles standing in our way and the beacons of hope that light our path forward. So I invite you to open your minds and hearts as we delve into this crucial topic, because peace isn't just the absence of war, it's a presence of justice, understanding, and compassion in our daily lives. I am Dr. Rita Aguilar from Mexico. I am a GEN, Global Education Network co-founder and project director of GEN. And today we want to welcome you all to our GEN Peace Day webinar. And as Mahatma Gandhi said, there is no way to peace. Peace is the way. Let's remember when Peace Day began. Peace Day began on September 21st, as I mentioned before, in 1981, due precisely to this crucial war that we have had in the whole world. It was established by the United Nations General Assembly in 1981. In 2001, the General Assembly anonymously voted to design this day as a period of nonviolence and ceasefire. When Peace Day began for United Nations, it was the third Thursday of each September. So they decided to name and choose one special day, which became September 21st. It will be tomorrow for the whole world to celebrate Peace Day. This does not mean that we shouldn't have peace every day. It is just a reminder that we need peace in the world, but we should celebrate every and each day as a peace day. What are the purposes of Peace Day? Well, to strengthen the ideals of peace among the nations and among every community, every person. It is on this day, it is encouraged a 24-hour period of nonviolence and ceasefire in areas of conflict. Yes, we hope this happens at least one day. That could be a reflection for everyone to continue with peace. It raises awareness about issues related to peace, including social justice, human rights, and sustainable development. It provides a globally shared date for all humanity to commit to building a culture of peace. Maybe it's only a day, but if we take day by day and not only September 21st, like we are right now, we're taking September 20th also to be a peace day. So now we're adding 2 days, at least for our lives. I hope everybody also adds not just 2 days, maybe a whole week, beginning with the whole week, and then the whole month, and we will continue that way. Let's talk about the themes that each year is changed. It began on 2007 when the United Nations decided to think of a theme for each year. And in 2007, the theme was Peace is the United Nations' highest calling. And it has been this way every year. Last year, it was Actions for Peace, our ambition for the global goals. And this year, cultivating a culture of peace, which I think it's so important, which I think that we should have it starting in our homes and ending in our community, so that we not only have the lack of peace, but we also have that peace in our hearts to share peace with everyone. What is the global participations on these peace days? In countries around the world, it is observed a peace day through various activities, beginning as the peace education programs in schools. Many schools start at the beginning of the month, reminding them that there is a peace day and that it's not only to cultivate that day, but the whole year. Public concerts and arts exhibitions that are all around the world with the topic of peace. Interfaith peace ceremonies, community service projects, and the United Nations ring the bells at the United Nations headquarters in New York City that it will be tomorrow, very early tomorrow, to remind us that we should cease war that day, that there should be no violence, especially for that day. But as I said, it's every day. Also, many organizations, including non-governmental organizations and community groups, organize events to commemorate the day. Today, we will hear in different parts of the world how it is being celebrated. What is the importance of peace? Not just Peace Day. How important is peace in our life, or should be in our lives? Well, peace is crucial for social and economic development. If we don't have peace, we will not have social nor economical development. It stables peaceful societies, attract investment, and foster economic growth. How many times have we heard some countries that we are not invited to go and visit that place because there is a lot of violence, because there is war. So if we have peace, we will attract a lot of tourists, and that will also foster economic growth. Peace allows resources to be directed towards education, healthcare, and infrastructure rather than conflicts. Strong connection between peace and human rights. Of course, as myself, an ambassador, an international ambassador of peace and human rights, they go hand by hand. We do not have peace if we don't have human rights. There are no human rights if there is no peace. Peaceful societies are better able to protect individual rights and freedoms. Respect for human rights helps prevent conflicts and build peace. Peace is essential for achieving the United States Sustainable Development Goals. Those 17, if we don't have peace, it's impossible for them to be achieved. 16 of them are specifically call for peace, justice, and strong institutions. But not only the 16 are related to peace, all of them are related to peace. What can we do as individuals? Our personal actions are important to be able to have peace. So we begin, as I mentioned before, we begin with ourselves so that we can have peace all around the world. Practice active listening and empathy in daily interactions. We could start doing it at ourselves in our houses and then with our communities. Engage in intercultural dialogue to promote understanding. Support local peace building initiatives or volunteer with peace-focused organizations. We, in every part of the world, we have organizations, we have community that are fighting for peace. Fighting, I mean, as a good action, not violence. So we could join them and do something for our community. We could join them and do something for our country. Educate oneself and others about conflict resolution techniques. If we educate ourselves with these techniques, then it's easier to build a peaceful world. We don't have to fight to have peace. We don't need violence to have peace. Use social media responsibly to spread messages of peace and understanding. Instead of sending all those messages about war, about negative news, let's start sending peaceful, good messages to the whole world. Let's start spreading with our social medias peaceful messages. What are some challenges to have peace? Ongoing armed conflicts in various parts of the world. We listen, we watch the news, and that is the main part of each program. Conflicts, violence, wars. See? Now let's try to fight those challenges. Let's see how what we can do to forget about war, to forget about violence. Rising global inequality and economic instability. We know that we have inequality, especially economic situations, in many parts of the world, and that is a big challenge for peace. Climate change and environmental degradation leading to resource conflicts. Spread of misinformation and polarization in societies. That is why I said we need to spread those messages, those peace and good messages, good information, real information. Terrorism and violent extremism. Those are the challenges that we have to create a world of peace. What is the hope that we have for the future, for a future of peace? There is increasing global interconnectedness, fostering culture exchange and understanding. Advancements in conflict early warning systems and meditation techniques. Growing recognitions of the importance of inclusivity in peace processes, especially involving women and youth. Successful peace agreements and post-conflict reconstruction efforts in various regions. The power of social movements in promoting peace and justice. That is the hope that we have. These type of webinars, and with these people that are here present, with all of you that are here listening to this information, catching this information, educating yourself, well, that is the hope we have for a world of for a future of peace. Now I call all of you to act, call for action. What do we have to do? We have to participate in local Peace Day events or organize our own. If there isn't any, let's organize. Maybe we could put a poster outside our house and with a nice message, with a peace message, and our community, our neighbors will read it, and we will begin peace that way. Support peace education programs in schools and community. Why don't we go and volunteer ourselves and see what we can do to create a better world of peace, starting with the young children. Advocate for peaceful conflict resolution at all levels of society. Let's learn about those conflict resolutions. How can we resolve conflicts without war, without violence? Promote inclusivity and respect for diversity in your daily life. Day by day, as I said at the beginning, we could start building peace. Build peace in ourselves so that we can share and transmit peace to everybody else. Well, my conclusions for this presentation is that peace is not just the absence of war, but the presence of justice, equality, and harmony. Building a peaceful world requires ongoing effort from individuals, community, and nations, for everybody, from everybody. Every action, no matter how small, contributes to a global culture of peace. As we commemorate Peace Day, let's commit to being agents of peace in our everyday lives, every day, little by little, and this will be a habit. If I start today, I know that every day I will become a peace maker. And well, with this quote, I will end my presentation. Plant the seed of kindness in your heart and it will blossom into peace. Thank you very much and welcome everyone to this great webinar. I hope you have enjoyed. I hope that I have planted that seed for peace in every day. Thank you. Nadesia Ivana, which will be our moderator today, welcome you. Thank you very much. We are not listening. Your micro is off.
Yes, sorry. Hello, dear friends. Thank you to the introductory presentation of Professor Rita Aguilar, who gave us a deep insight, deep vision of the history of the origins of this important, significant event, and its perspectives from the point of view of cultivating culture and peace in our everyday life, and initiating peaceful activities and joining them ourselves. So I would like to start our today's ways to peace, and I hope all the presenters will give their own views, express their attitudes to building peace, to growing sustainable peace and supporting it, sustaining peace. So presenter number one will be Dr. Carol Grace Mbarga from Cameroon and USA. The presentation will be called Peace Within Yourself Brings Peace in the World. The presenter is United Nations Global Peace Ambassador, human rights advocate, community activist. So dear Carol Grace, we are waiting for your presentation.
She has an online meeting right now, so we will continue with our program, and then she will begin. Thank you.
Okay,
Nadia.
yes. Then the second presenter is Ruben Garcia from Peru. The presentation is called Making Peace from a Piece of Hearts. And the presenter is English teacher with 35 years of experience, Master of Applied Linguistics, assertive communication English coach, Toastmaster and teacher trainer, Peru branch president and the International Chamber of English Teachers, and holder of numerous titles and awards. So please, dear Ruben Garcia, we are ready to listen to your speech. Is he there? Mr. Ruben Garcia, are you there? Well, I don't see him in the list.
They are having a bit of problem with
with
internet. Yes.
connections, with
Yes,
internet.
with
All
internet
right.
connection.
So
Okay.
having presented two speakers, I think we will proceed to the third one. And the third speaker is myself, Nadezhda Ivanova, an English teacher. I will just start sharing the screen, not to waste your time.
And let me check. Ruben is here. Yes. I think he is having a bit of problems. We haven't activated.
So shall I
Yes.
begin?
No, Ruben will begin. He will be activated right
Oh,
now.
yes. Okay. Okay.
Oh, yes. Since we didn't have his name, but he is here. Okay. I am trying to activate.
Hello, yes, this is Ruben Garcia. I'm sorry for not changing my name, but I couldn't do it. But let's have peace. And my camera is not ready. I'm sorry, my camera. I am okay. Is my camera now? Can you see
Yes,
me?
we can see you.
Yes,
Yes.
thank you very
Welcome, Ruben.
much.
Thank you.
Thank you very much. Well, this is a great topic. As you could say, it's not only for one day, it's a topic that we have to have in mind every single day. And I was very actively listening to what you said about what is peace and what we have to do in order to become peacemakers. We would like to be peacemakers. That's the best solution for the world's conflicts. And I would let me go beyond and start by the peacemaker's pledge. As the peacemaker's pledge, we can have that as people reconciled to God by the death of the resurrection of Jesus Christ, we believe that are called to respond to conflict in a way that is remarkably different from the way the world deals with conflict. And we can cite some Bible verses and chapters, for example, in Matthew 5:9 or Luke 6:26. We also believe that conflict provides opportunities to glorify God, serve other people, and grow to be like Christ. Therefore, in response to God's love and in reliance on His grace, we commit ourselves to responding to conflict according to some principles. And I can mention one as glorify God. Instead of focusing on our own desires or dwelling on what others may do, we will rejoice in the Lord and bring Him praise by depending on His forgiveness, wisdom, power, and love as we seek to faithfully obey His commands and maintain a loving, merciful, and forgiving attitude. Another principle is get the log out of your eye. Instead of blaming others for a conflict or resisting correction, we will trust in God's mercy and take responsibility for our own contribution to conflicts, confessing our sins to those we have wronged, asking God to help us change any attitudes and habits that lead to conflict, and seeking to repair any harm we have caused. Another principle that comes to this great topic is gently restore. Instead of pretending that conflict doesn't exist or talking about others behind their backs, we will overlook minor offenses or we will talk personally and graciously with those whose offenses seem too serious to overlook, seeking to restore them rather than condemn them. When a conflict with a Christian brother or sister cannot be resolved in private, we will ask others in the body of Christ to help us settle the matter in a biblical manner. Go and be reconciled. Instead of accepting premature compromise or allowing relationships to wither, we will actively pursue genuine peace and reconciliation, forgiving others as God, for Christ's sake, has forgiven us, and seeking just and mutually beneficial solutions to our differences. By God's grace, we will apply these principles as a matter of stewardship, realizing that conflict is an opportunity, not an accident. We will remember that success in God's eyes is not a matter of specific results, but of faithful, dependent obedience. And we will pray that our service as peacemakers will bring a praise to our Lord and lead others to know his infinite love. Let me tell you briefly the 7 A's of confession. Address everyone involved. Avoid if but and maybe. Admit specifically. Acknowledge the heart. Accept the consequences. Alter your behavior. Ask for forgiveness. And we have 4 promises of forgiveness. I will not dwell on this incident. I will not bring this incident up and use it against you. I will not talk others about this incident. I will not allow this incident to stand between us or hinder our personal relationships. And we can have the pause principle of negotiating. Prepare. P for prepare. A for affirm relationships. U for understanding interests. S for search for creative solutions. E for evaluate options objectively and reasonably. That is, pause. Getting upstream of conflict. So we need to have this way of responding to conflict biblically. Greetings from Lima, Peru. Be in peace worldwide.
Thank you. Thank you for spreading the idea of living according to the global morals, preserving peaceful attitudes, and being peaceful people in our souls and our minds. And it is very important to spread peace and to sustain peace globally. Thank you so much. And what about the next presenter? So I guess it will be me, myself.
Yes, yourself, and then
Yes.
we will wait for Carol to
Okay, yes.
jump in. Thank
now
you,
I will
please.
start sharing the screen. And so it is the third presentation for today's webinar. And it will be different from others, since I will just give an overview of my personal impact, of my personal contribution to the cultivating, I love this word, cultivating peace among my students, as I'm a teacher, school teacher. Let me start the slideshow. So, being an English language teacher, I always spread global cultures to my students, and teach them to be tolerant, to other cultures, other nations, and to be understanding. So I'm trying through growing their awareness of global cultures to keep them, to raise them as peaceful people, as peaceful citizens of the world. So my presentation is called Learning for Lasting Peace, because as Rita Aguilar has mentioned, sustainable development goals, which I often refer to in my teaching practice, are all based on developing, sustaining peaceful practices around the world. Now, my besides my teaching practice at school, I have been involved into extracurricular activities, especially through the activities of the International Projects Club, which is called The World Seen by Children's Eyes. So we have been doing different projects, activities, programs since 2006. So the main of them are BdREN projects, My Hero project, PTPI activities, KidLink projects, and Microsoft Education Community initiatives. So behind my education methodology, there are two main principles, like communicative approach, developing language skills, cultural skills of my students, and cross-cultural approach, collaboration, communication, and country study. So one of our favorite school activities, classroom activities, is Holiday Card Exchange project initiated by BdREN. So during project seasons every year, annually, in the first semester of the school year, we take part in forum communications, exchange emails with our partner schools, and prepare culture exchange packages, which include letters, Christmas cards, artifacts, paintings, gifts, photos, booklets, books, and other things to share our cultures, our attitudes, to gift our peers around the world. So you can see a long list of our partners through the years, from Argentina to Ukraine. So here are some slides to show you different ages, different communities which participate in our projects, from kindergarten in Slovenia to adult teenagers in Australia, for example. Now, Moldova, Arizona, all of them send the exchange packets to Russia. So one of our deepest love is Taiwan, because students from Taiwan have sent us tons of cards, letters, booklets, and souvenirs to tell about their culture. And my students and I learn this information and spread Chinese, Taiwanese culture around our classrooms. So we share our national state symbols, and school emblems, school uniforms, and to learn more about each other. So based on the great amount of information received from our Taiwanese students, we have had Taiwan Quest for a long time in our school. Teachers, students from around the city of Krasnoyarsk take part in interactive activities to learn Chinese calligraphy, to learn about festivals and the symbols of Taiwan. So a great project was held in 2013. We took part in this project in 2013, which was called Peace Murals, when students from junior, secondary, and primary school painted the murals to express their views on peace. the murals were sent to the headquarters in America, and the best one were chosen to be printed on cards globally. So in 2019, we started our tradition of peace lessons in our school. So you can see students from primary school, which were making peace wheels and writing their wishes for peace on those wheels. Before that, we sang peace songs, recited peace verses, drew peace doves, and then we tried to express students tried to express their ideas of peace, their feelings of peace in the form of cinquain. So we discussed such questions as what a peaceful day is for a student, what do they how they see peace within their school community, their family, how they see peace within the country, and what peace between countries and cultures looks like. Sorry. So one of the activities we do on Peace Day is drawing peace doves and writing peace quotations, maybe peace wishes on those doves. After that, we usually pack the doves in our exchange packages and send them to students around the world. And here are some peace quotations my students discuss during peace classes. One of the activities we did on Peace Day was Global Readers Club, held in 2020, when students from around the world read stories from different countries and shared their attitudes to the stories discussed, and talked about their hobbies, their favorite activities, just had some talk based on the story. So in 2022, we had another reading, and it was the Song of Hiawatha. The peace pipe was the extract, which was read aloud in the form of a script. And then students expressed the idea of peace in different languages in their mother tongues. So in 2019-2022, we had numerous global online connections with students and educators around the world. And some of them were to discuss peace, to make peace cranes, and sing songs about peace. So one of the cinquains my students and I created in peace class was like this: peace, important, long-lasting, deserve, keep, protect, countries are collaborating, happiness. So this is the end of brief presentation of my and my students' activities to talk about peace, to understand peace. And in my view, this way I try to build peace within my students, to cultivate their peaceful attitudes within the community and across the world. And if you allow me, I will just briefly show one more presentation, just focus on some quotations, because it was my first intention to finish our webinar with presentations on peace, with quotations on peace. And then we will listen to a song just to sum up what has been done.
Excellent
or maybe I will
presentation.
do it at the end after the third presenter. Shall
Yes,
I do
yes,
it at the end?
yes.
Yes.
Right now, well, we could
I stop
we
sharing.
could ask we could ask our participants, everyone here, to raise their hand if they want to say something, if they want to share what they think the definition of peace is, or how they celebrate. We will give them some time. We have Norjan, who has lifted her hand. Go
Okay,
ahead.
hello everyone, dear professors, and all the people who are here in the session. I'm really excited to join this kind of programs in order to make myself aware and understand about the conditions, how people think about the peace, and how it is crucial for people. And most importantly, how it is crucial for young and teenagers to have enough information and be someone that have enough role for changing the condition better and bring peace in all over the world. So I think the best solution for a world peace will be accepting each other's and not do not be selfish or do not really think about some specific ethnics, some specific countries. They should think overall. So all the people who are living in the earth. So they should have in mind everyone and not like this that my country should be okay. So everything should be for my country, for my people. So they should, as a humanity, they should remember everyone as a human and not only human about every creatures that are living in the earth. So they should recognize then everything will be okay, peace will come, violence will be removed from all over the world. So as we are evidence right now, what is going on Gaza in different part of the places, like in my own country, Afghanistan, that we are the sacrifice of many genocides, many violences. So as a person that I myself experience this war in tough, in difficult conditions, I can realize this that where is the problems and how many political plays and parties are out there that we people do not do, and we are the victims of this crisis and this decisions. But I'm wondering for this that where is that heart for the human that it's not breathing, it's not thinking about everyone, and just they are for their own benefits doing this all stuff, where we are completely damaging humanity, damaging the world, and the sense of being a human in the world. So I really don't want to take a lot of time, but I want to recommend for everyone that's graduation who are here, include of their professors and every students that think always that we human come in the earth to make this earth be kind to each other and remove this all conflicts from all over the world. We didn't come here to destroy the world, to kill people, and also to have some negative ideas about this world. So thank you so much.
Thank you. Is anybody else willing to present, to share views on peace?
We have some questions. Nadia, it says, Aliona says, great speech. Thank you for sharing. Speaking about peace, as you know, there is a war in my neighboring country, Ukraine, where people are dying every day. This conflict is also impacting my country and the whole Europe. In your opinion, what actions can be taken to stop these aggressions? And how do you really advocate for peace outside the classroom in your own country, given the current circumstances? So, Dr. Ruben Nadieza, what can you say? What can you answer?
May I start?
Well, you know, I'm not going to discuss political issues in I'm
No,
not
no,
going
no,
to
no,
discuss
no political. Just some tips.
Israel aggression. I'm not going to discuss this topic right
Okay,
now.
go ahead. Okay, thank you, Ruben.
I can go. Well,
Mhm.
this is a very interesting point of view. Not exactly in politics. The thing is in the person, because the conflicts, where do conflicts start? In the person. This is a human act. And also the animals are in conflicts. But we have the reason. We can think about. We can meditate on. And I am an educator. And something that about the question was in the classroom, in our classes. Conflict resolution is a skill that we have to develop. We are not born with this skill. Through experiences, through learning from others, through facing situations, we learn. We can make mistakes on the way, but little by little we learn, and we learn together. We learn to negotiate, because this is a negotiation. As I said before, you want to win because you think you are right. People who are always involved in conflict, and we think about the students, they think they are right. But if we show them that that is not absolute, so that truth is not absolute, we can negotiate in order to compensate our acts and have the best solution. And this magic word can appear: peace, resolution to live in peace.
Thank you, Ruben. Well, I will add, yes, as Ruben said, this is not about politics. We are not here to talk about it. We're here to talk about peace. And as in my presentation, I was saying, there are those little steps that we can take to create peace. We should start at home. We should start with ourselves. When I am in peace, I transmit peace. When I live in peace, I am inviting everybody else to live in peace. So let's begin with ourselves. Let's begin at home. Let's begin with those conflict negotiations. We have to learn how to solve negotiating. We have to learn how to solve speaking. Remember in my presentation, I said effective listening. We should start teaching ourselves, learning about how we can listen and speak with everyone in peaceful way. There is another question that relates here that says, how can we teach children about peace? Sukraj is asking, what measures would be best to teach them? Well, first of all, as a teacher, if I start giving my class in a peaceful way, if they see me with my partners, with my other teachers, with everybody else, with their parents, talking in a peaceful way, they will learn. Remember that children, especially children, they learn by imitating. So they will want to imitate us teachers. So here in Mexico, we say, here in Spanish, we say that there are those magic words. And those magic words are please, thank you, excuse me. So when we start with those simple steps, maybe we could say, oh my God, that is so simple. Yes, it is so simple. So if we start living with taking those simple steps, we will also teach our students, our children, our neighbors. Yes, by saying good morning, good afternoon, good evening, how are you? Yes. And that is the way that we can start, by expressing, by sharing peace. Yes, first with us in our house, and then in our community, and it will grow. Yes, one seed that we share will continue growing and growing and growing. Ruben, do you want to say something about this?
Sure. We as teachers, we need to know our students' contexts. We have to be allies with the parents, because as you first said, the house environment is very important, because the morals and the values first are gotten at home. And we have to talk in the same language with the parents. It's not possible that we have to say the things that are right in the classroom, but at home, what it is right, they see is not right. And it's another panorama of these morals. Something else, we have to search for this aptitude. Probably the children or the teenagers have some psychological issues. So we need to know, we need to be aware of this thing. What is the person, the student experiencing? And in order that we get to know our students very well, we can work with them. But as I said before, our allies are the parents.
Thank you, thank you. Nadia, are you here? Well, we have Yacine Assisi. Go ahead. And then Juan Carlos Campos, please. Thank you, Yacine.
So, hello to all of you. I wish you have seen Azizi talking from Afghanistan. Talk about peace. That what is peace and how we can make the best world by promoting peace. Okay, first of all, I would like to talk that what is peace. Peace means societal friendship and harmony in the absence of hostility and violence. So, as you're in the picture nowadays, we are having and we are the witness of conflicts between countries. For example, Ukraine, Russia, Gaza, these countries, especially now, Afghanistan is facing with lack of peace, which caused for this that we become backward people. So I think one of the reasons that Afghanistan is a backward place, that is because of lack of peace. If we had peace, we could improve. We could make the best version of that, but we couldn't. So now, if we consider, if we work as a youth and as global citizens, we can make the best options. We can improve our country. We can make the place. Nowadays, every country is having its own conflict. They are not thinking about this, that how to improve. They are not thinking about this, that how to promote a sustainable world. And because of that, one of my recommendations, one of my messages for all the people who are in this webinar globally is here to come together, better place to live. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much for your message. Juan Carlos?
Hi, everyone. Hello, Ruben. Hi, Rita. Thank you for the invitation. Yes, Ruben is a fellow Peruvian teacher and coach of mine. I know him very well. And I would just like to throw my 2 cents into this conversation about peace. Although I'm not that familiar with the concept of explaining what is peace, what I can share with you is how conflict starts, and how can we do about this to share these ideas with our learners, especially kids and younger people. Because I mean, once we analyze the word conflict, and once this sort of a debate start, is when someone challenges our own deep-seated sets of beliefs, especially things like that are very important with us, our jobs, religion, or our political views. But I don't want to delve into that. But the thing is that if you see this from a brain perspective, is that we have spent a lot of time, energy, thought on the things that we believe in. And from a brain perspective, we have generated so many brain connections around our beliefs about the world and how we interpret things around the world, that when someone comes to us and challenges that set of beliefs, this is when we actually we react to this. And sometimes when someone questions those set of beliefs, this is when we don't want to we want to react in a negative way. So that means that we have to be very open-minded, and we have to know that where the origin of conflict starts. And I believe it's because, once again, someone challenges our beliefs. So we need to be more open about this. We need to learn about psychology as adults a little bit. We need to learn about neuroscience as well, because once you have a clear understanding that once your emotional brain takes over, it clouds your rational brain. So when someone challenges this set of beliefs, our rational brain, our thinking brain, takes a step back, and now it's our emotions who take over. And this is when conflict starts, because we have lost access to our intelligent brain, and now it's our emotions who are taking over, and we cannot control ourselves very well. So if we as educators start to know where emotional brains, limbic triggers start, I think we could teach this to our kids and use everything that you mentioned, critical thinking, effective communication, active listening. And this is, I believe, the path, in my opinion, the safest path for us to understand conflict, and this can lead to a more peaceful world. Absolutely. Yes. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you, Juan Carlos. Nice to meet you. Nice having you here. Thank you. That is true. I read and somebody says, just thinking a piece of ourselves. No, we are thinking of peace worldwide. As we have mentioned, if we start with peace with ourselves, then we can invite everyone. It will become a massive, we could say it as a conflict, but a peaceful conflict. Yes. When we start being peaceful ourselves, when we start peace at home, when we start peace with our children at school, then we will contaminate. It will be a pollution of peace all around the world. It's not just peace for us. We're thinking of peace for everyone, even peace with our pets, with our animals, with our plants. It's peace in everywhere. Okay. Let's see. We have someone that wants to participate in Spanish because his English is not so well. We will have in English. We have Dr. Leoncio here. We have Manuela here that are part of GN. We have a lot of people that could maybe give us a peaceful message. Let's see. Jawid, go ahead.
So first of all, I want to say hello, and I hope all of you be fine. And first of all, I want to say that I'm thankful of all of you, the persons who create these programs. That these programs help us to have peace and grow peace everywhere. And first of all, I want to define the peace. That what's the peace? So from my opinion, I think peace is having the feeling that we have a better future and we stay calm and everyone have a good connection and having this feeling that we will have a better future. I think it's the peace. And I'm a student here in Afghanistan, that the situation of Afghanistan, that we don't have any peace here somehow, and and I think the solution for having peace in everywhere in the world is to help each other and and to show each other the humanity and help each other. Thank you for your nice attention.
Thank you very much. Thank you, Jawid. Yes, those are different definitions, but they all show us the way to peace. Well, Billy wrote his message in Spanish, and he says, greetings from El Salvador. And his message is that education for and to peace is very important because it brings a lot of tools for the students that they could have a way to concentrate and to see the way to manage school violence. And us as teachers are obligated to create lessons that we can share in this peace climate, this peace humanity for a peaceful school way to be. Yes, and that is his message. Thank you. Thank you very much, Billy, for your message. Okay, so I guess there is nobody else speaking. I think the connection, internet connection was very bad today for many places. So yes, Dr. Leonci, go ahead.
So may I speak about the peace building in context of our country, the Philippines?
Go ahead.
Okay, thank you. Thank you, dear Dr. Rita. Peace building in the Philippines is a complex and ongoing process. shaped by the country's diverse cultural, political, historical context. The Philippines has faced long-standing conflicts, particularly in southern Philippines, which is Mindanao, the third largest island in the Philippines, which involves issues of identity, land, governance, and inequality. To address these peace-building efforts has been initiated by almost all agencies, government, civil society, religious groups, international organizations, focusing on reconciliation, economic development, education, and dialogue. So, peace education awareness. So, schools and university, including my school here in Luzon in northern Philippines, have integrated peace education into our curriculum to build a culture of peace from an early age. Peace education focuses on conflict resolution, understanding diversity, and promoting human rights, encouraging students to be peace builders in their own communities. While progress has been made, challenges remain, including the presence of other militant groups like the Abu Sayyaf, Maote group, as well as the communist group people